You know, I think they have a taste for a cocktail.
I think you're right. Just watch them be flame retarded. I'm gonna be so upset. So guys, we're back.
They're flame what now?
Yeah, they're flame retarded.
Funny.
Do you know that retarded just means like slow?
Oh yeah.
It literally just, like that's its literal definition.
Oh, that's why they'll say like they'll like it's the people.
Take your time, sweetheart. Are you?
You know, I was like,
gonna...
should I? Where are you?
You've been found.
Where are you? I'm gonna find you.
I'm gonna burn you.
And then I'm gonna. He found me.
He found you first. There's very much a need for this, sir.
Run! Run!
You pissed him off. What?
Did it just not?
Ooh, wait,
no,
turn
he
around.
is flame.
You didn't throw it.
I did it.
Now you're running towards him. You're becoming hysterical.
He's running towards me.
Gaylord. I love the sound effect. Joey, throw it.
Okay, I'm throwing it. All right.
You're not though. That's the problem.
How do you throw?
You always like the same way you shoot. No! I wonder if this isn't coming near me.
I wonder if he's there. Molotovs don't help much when you're dead. I guess he wasn't thirsty for a cocktail.
Oh,
a Molotov cocktail.
A Molotov tail. That was exhausting. Okay, first things first. I think so.
I think so, Brian.
But how
would we find the Molotov cocktails in the salad?
How are we going to fit? How are we going to fit the Molotov cocktail inside urethra? Pinky, what the fuck? We weren't even talking about that. Oh, I don't think there is, sir.
So how does one throw a Molotov cocktail?
You hold down left trigger and then you hold down the right.
I was messing with the right trigger.
I see that. Where are you? Oh, there you are. There are you. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind fucking off for me, that would be lovely.
Morty. Oh, jeez, Rick, you can't just say off to your granddaughter. Well, here's desserts, Morty. You keep on going.
It bounced back into me. It's the first time I played Uncharted.
Do you wanna talk about that?
I think you should.
All right. I am the Uncharted expert here. No,
he's the Uncharted boy. He's the one who uncharts.
I'm the one who charts.
No, you don't. Which is the he is Tom Holland.
So, back in the day, back in my day.
You did. Back in my day, the secret code wasn't your fucking credit card information.
I used to be really big into Uncharted.
You don't run.
Oh no, you made him stronger.
Oh, come on.
She takes the mask off before she She's like, I'm not dying looking like this.
I ain't dying looking like a puss.
I ain't being caught dead like this.
Literally.
But back in the day, I used to be a pretty big fan of a game called Uncharted.
He used to be an epic gamer.
The internet's just ruined those words for me.
What, gamer?
Yes.
And or epic?
And or epic. Both at the same time.
Together, simultaneously. So the Molotov didn't do a thing.
So, and so was our friend Nick. And, you know, we played... Actually, before I tell the story with you, I should preface that Nick and I used to play some Uncharted 3 together. And there was, you know, one time... we were, you know, because I didn't have a proper mic, you know, so I would. Well,
of course, Mike's my friend. Clever and witty, and a little bit shitty.
So what? Oh, my pop socket is popping off.
Oh really? Oh no.
But no, and so that's not a pop filter. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, pop socket's a little bit different.
Yeah, it is. So there was one time we were playing a match together, and you know, we were together in this. You know, I would use the PS3 text, you know, message kind of thing on there. And so we were in a building together, and there's enemies approaching the building. There's these really buff guys with like bulletproof like SWAT suits and shotguns and shields and everything like that. And you know, they're coming to, you know, to rustle our jimmies, to josh our jives.
What are you, from the 1920s?
You know, back in those days we had what was it? Butt ball.
Yeah, we break kick the can and funny arms
and hide the penis.
Penis butt. Sounded gay, Grandpa.
It was.
We all were, but not the kind of sassy, frassy kind of gay you see now. We were like grab on for dear life and hope you don't die kind of gay. It's pretty gay. Yeah, I was really gay.
But no, and so we were in this building, and I remember I messaged Nick, and I was like, all right, Nick, you gotta stick by me. We gotta take these guys on together. You know, we got this. The second like the screen for the message goes down, I'm like, Nick, where'd you go? And I turn to my right. Nick's leaping out of a window, firing blindly in the air. And then a second later, every time someone gets like downed in that game, they always say, "Help! I need help." And so like he jumped into a crowd of these shotgun guys and just died. And he's like, "Help! I need help." And I was like, "Should I?"
Should I though? Should I really?
So the second story.
This is me.
Yes. So, you know, because Nick and I were into this game, we're like, oh, we should get Eric to play it. And Eric, nowadays, I'd say you're kind of.
I've become a bit more. Oh.
Yeah, you're a bit more universal.
I've become much. Yeah, I've become a much more. What's the word I'm thinking of here? Like, I've become like much more of an epic gamer.
Like, I will say, like,
I've played games that I'm much more diverse in my game choices.
Not having touched a video game in a while, I am rusty. Like,
no, you're not. You're Joey.
Like, even back, even back then, like
that's an appropriate response.
Like, at my best, I was halfway decent, but nowadays, it's wow.
You are no longer an epic gamer.
I am no longer an epic gamer.
Oh, Joey.
Sad cowboy emoji. But
why specifically the cowboy?
You don't know about?
No, I don't.
Oh well.
I request
to stay that way.
No, you don't.
So you know, we handed the control off to Eric, and at the time, Eric hadn't played a whole lot of FPSs.
Okay.
And so. Well, actually, wait. That's a lie. This is a
it's a
third person. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, because that's not horrifying.
Phase through the. He clipped on that locker, but.
Well, where was the button,
Burn,
Mansley?
Baby, burn, disco inferno.
Well, where's the button, Mansley?
Joke's on him, there is no button Mansley.
There's just the regular Mansley. And he's gonna get executed because he's committed several war crimes.
By the executor. But...
Wait, what? Hang on.
Maybe go the wrong way.
No, I went the right way. Was there more that I needed
so
to do?
we hand the controller off to Eric. And, you know, we're running through the controls with him, and he's in, like, this train level. And, so we're going through the controls, and we're like, oh, and then one of these shoulders is you throw the grenade. And we specifically said, but don't press it now, because you're in a confined space, and that would be bad. And then Eric's like, oh, this button?
Yeah, just like that.
Eric, no!
And then I blew myself up.
Kaboom.
How about I ask you to fuck off? I chimed in with a haven't you people never heard of? Open the goddamn door. No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poisoned rationality.
Yeah, I didn't
Poisoned
realize...
nationality.
I always what's it called? I never realized he was saying poise and rationality.
Yeah, I understand.
I thought it was poison.
Yeah, I understand that. That's not kind of easy mistake to make.
You seen that meme where it's like,
It's so crazy, Junior.
where it's like, you know, it's not fun to say the words child murder, unless you say it like this: child murder.
Please don't, sir.
You know what I hate? Child murderers. Oh no, look, there's one now.
I'm gonna get ya!
There's only one thing worse than
a child, no. Have you seen the one where it's like this guy's wearing a t-shirt that says "I help blind kids"? It's like, hey, oh, thanks, man. Oh, no problem, man. And he's pouring bleach into kids' eyes.
No.
It's not that I help.
No.
It's not that I help blind kids. It's that I help blind kids.
Ugh. But yeah.
Don't you say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
I will kill you.
Say it.
Don't you dare.
Say the line, Bugs.
Don't you do it.
Ugh.
Is there something more I can do over here?
See, it like looped around for me. It was so unfunny that it was funny for a while. And then, no, it was never funny.
Ah!
But now it's just so
What?
No, he's been killed by the walls!
He's in the wall!
The walls are alive!
Oh!
The hills are alive with the sound of music!
The walls have art! Ooh!
The walls have eyes!
Oh no! Okay.
Oh. It's magic, you know.
Oh. You know, I kind of hate this section.
Yeah. Well, that's how I got in,
I'm starting to become less scared, more just annoyed.
That's how I got in RE, was
Ghosts!
like, there were certain portions where, like, well, like that chainsaw guy I was talking about, where it's like, I had to beat him so many times, the fear just turned into annoyance.
Yes, I mean, I feel like that's the most with FNAF, because the only thing it has going for it is the jump scares. So it just kind of gets, if you die too many times, especially in the later levels, you just kind of get numb to it. So, yeah, it's just not very good.
Yeah, you know, I also watched. I'm just going over all the Scott episodes I watched.
I'm glad you're watching Scott. I love Scott.
Yeah, you got me into him.
Yeah, I know. I love Scott. I'm going to buy his merch because not only he has some cool merch, but also it benefits charity.
That's good.
He has a couple of charities. All the profits go to charity.
Yeah, you know, there's not a whole lot of YouTubers. Like, there's certainly merch that I like look at. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But there's very few YouTubers that I would actually like buy their merch.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only time I did that was for the H3 podcast, and that's because I watched that like religiously.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you know what? I've been invested in this for a good while now. So like I feel comfortable. Like if it's someone I just got into, I'm not gonna like.
Oh yeah.
Although I will say I have been tempted. There's this guy Elvis the Alien. He makes some really cool merch. Called Alien Clothing.
Yeah. Any resemblance to Alien computerware?
Not really.
Bless you.
But like everything's done like by like really cool artists. Like it's really creative and everything. But but yeah.
Yeah, first off, I've wanted Scott the Woz merch for a while.
Yeah.
But the only problem is he only ever sells it once a year, so I kind of have to jump on it.
Yeah.
Which so there's certain things that are limited quantity, but everything else is like, it seems to be, just it's there.
Yeah.
And they just make it to order, which is nice. I appreciate that for like just the general merchandise, the shirts and everything, Because I think I told you I want the Gex shirt and I want the.
I just want to find my copy of Gex.
Was it on the PS1 or something?
I don't know because I have both PS1 and 2.
Yeah.
And with that, we are out of time.
Talk more YouTube merch next time.
Real quick, did you see the episode of the guy that just handed Scott a box full of Gex?
That's hilarious.
Right?